Attention. If you've never completed the Druid class quests in Vanilla WoW, specifically the Waterform quest, and really the rest of them for that matter, I highly recommend that you close this video off right now. Here, I'll give you all the information you need right here. You can take this with you into Classic and visit the NPCs that begin the class quests at the appropriate level and go on your merry way. This is a video for people who've already done these quests and just want to reference come Classic WoW. There are huge spoilers in this video, and this is one topic or aspect of the game that I'm passionate about, at least preserving to the best of my ability as a content creator. All the other guide videos spoil the vanilla experience to an extent for new and even returning players, but class quests are a whole different beast. You see, in vanilla, character progression is slower than it's ever been before, and because of this genius game design, you become invested in your character and his or her role in the world of Azeroth, whether it be a druid who worships Mother Elune or a forsaken priest who's lost their way in the world. You end up spending hundreds of hours leveling and honing your skills as an individual in the world of Warcraft. While you spend these countless hours on your character, you're taken on a journey, an expedition, an adventure you didn't necessarily know you were signing up for. Leveling was slow, especially the first 20 to 40 levels before you got a mount or increased movement speed depending on your class, and you ran and you died, and you killed stuff with your abilities. And you ran and you died some more, and you killed some more stuff with those same abilities over and over and over again. Sometimes a couple gaming sessions in a row without new abilities. And when you hit that next even level, you couldn't wait to get to a class trainer in one of the surrounding cities. A lot of times, you don't know what new abilities you're going to get. Maybe it's an updated Wrath or a new crowd control ability. Maybe I'll get a new heal over time or my first long cast fad heal. You never know. And then there was always the possibility of a new class quest. Every class was introduced to class-specific quests offered by their trainers around their teens and were rewarded with specific abilities that were essential to their class, whether it be bear form for druids, or taming your first pet as a hunter, or even learning how to summon and control demons as a warlock. These quests set the tone and highlighted the importance of revisiting your class trainer regularly throughout the leveling experience. Class quests also were unlike any other quests in the game. They were normally long chain quests that had you running all over the world and through zones that you didn't necessarily belong in at the time, all for the purpose of discovery and the experience along the way. You read quest text that is rich and revealing in your class's lore, and you really begin to learn who you are and how you came about in this fallen world of Azeroth, one divided by Horde and Alliance. Now, I preface this class quest series with this because it may be one of the most captivating experiences you have with your character during your time in Classic WoW. If you've never seen where and how to complete class quests for certain classes in the game, even for returning players, don't spoil it for yourself. The Druid, especially, they have an epic quest for their water form that requires you to talk to other NPCs and read quest text in order to find the whereabouts of these pendants hidden around the world in zones that aren't even remotely close to the class trainers in Thunderbluff or Darnassus. This guide is basically downloading and installing Quest Helper in vanilla. Don't use Quest Helper in vanilla, please. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump right into this guide. There are 4 class quests related to the Druids. Bear form's learned at level 10, aquatic form at 16. There's a sweet quest chain at level 14 that teaches you Cure Poison, which can really make you shine in group settings and dungeon runs such as the Wailing Caverns, and at level 50 you get your last class quest that eventually sends you to the Sunken Temple in exchange for some decent druid gear on the home stretch to 60. Bear form is learned at level 10 and probably makes you the biggest powerhouse at that level compared to all other classes. Bear form gives your character an increased amount of armor, a greater health pool, and the ability to shapeshift out of snares, roots, and polymorph effects. And druids are so great at leveling because of the fact that they're very gear independent, and this is due to bear form. The DPS on your weapon has no effect on your melee damage in bear form, only the stats on the weapon. So compared to other melee classes that are dependent on upgrading weapons in order to deal more damage, you're going to be cruising through content much more efficiently. For both the Alliance and the Horde, this quest chain begins at the Druid Trainer in the first settlement you come across after leaving the starting zone. Alliance players need to talk to Cal and Dalinar and then travel to Darnassus and speak to the Druid Trainer Mithringal Bearwalker. For the next 20 to 30 levels, your primary Druid trainer is going to be found in these capital cities, Darnassus and Stormwind for the Alliance, and Thunderbluff for the Horde. After speaking to Mythingrel, you'll need to use your new learned ability Teleport to Moonglade and speak with Dendrite Starblaze. He'll then give you a quest to go speak to a bear found in the northwest of Moonglade, and you'll simply report back to Dendrite. Then you'll need to take a flight path back to Darnassus or Hearthstone back and speak to Mythingrel again. Here you'll receive your final quest, and you need to travel to Darkshore and find a Moonkin stone that's tucked away in a cave just to the east of Aberdeen. Upon discovering the stone, you'll summon a powerful level 12 Moonkin who can easily get the best of you if you're not ready for a fight. Return to Mythingrel and Darnassus, and voila, you just learned the ways of the bear. As for the Horde, the formula is the exact same. The starter quest is obtained from the Druid Trainer in Bloodhoof Village, and you need to travel to Thunderbluff, teleport to Moonglade, speak to the bear, return to the Druid Trainer, then go to Thunderbluff, and then head towards the Barrens from Mulgore. And as soon as you leave Mulgore, to the right of the path, you'll find a Moonkin stone tucked away in the mountain where you'll need to summon and defeat, again, a powerful Moonkin in order to prove yourself worthy of the almighty bear. At level 14, you have the opportunity to learn Cure Poison. This, as well as other class quests, are not required, and a lot of people end up skipping these long objectives that send you out of the way of an efficient leveling route. But if you decide to complete this class quest, you'll also be rewarded with an offhand item that has a pretty sweet usability that restores 250 mana in 15 seconds and has a cooldown of 30 minutes. Again, these rewards aren't optimal in terms of speed leveling, but for those of you who take the time to complete these quests during your leveling route, you'll be rewarded with novelty items and extra abilities, and another great adventure to add to that memory bank of yours for later on down the road. So the Alliance, they'll begin in Darnassus, and you'll be sent to speak to Dendrite and Moonglade. Dendrite will then send you to Darkshore, where you'll need to fill a vial at the top of a waterfall that's surrounded by Naga to the northeast of Aberdeen. Speak to Islandarian Nightsong in Aberdeen afterwards, and she'll give you a quest to retrieve 5 Earthroot and 8 Fungus that spawn in the caves where you gained your bear form from 4 levels earlier. Return to Aberdeen, and then you'll need to cure 5 sick deer that are found all over Darkshore. Once you complete that task, teleport to Moonglade and speak to Dendrite, and then travel to Darnassus, where you'll be rewarded with your Cure Poison ability and Vile Dust Medicine Bag. Again, the Horde's Cure Poison route has the exact same formula as the Alliance's. Begin in Thunderbluff, travel to Moonglade, fill a vial full of contaminated water at the top of Dreadmist Peak in the Barrens. Speak to Tonga Rune Totem at the crossroads, collect 5 Earthroot and 5 Kodo Horns in order to cure the sick deer, then return to Tonga, and then cure 5 sick deer found in the northern part of the Barrens. Teleport to Moonglade and return to the Druid Trainer in Thunderbluff, and congratulations, your Cure Poison ability awaits you. The Druid's aquatic form is obtained through an epic quest chain that sends you to remote locations, oftentimes in the Great Sea, in order to find missing pieces to a pendant that are needed in order to grant you your Sea Lion form. Now, as much as I already spoiled the questline for myself by researching the locations of these pendants, I didn't read the quest text and talk to the other NPCs that you're supposed to speak to in order to find the whereabouts to the quest items. I'm still trying to preserve myself a little bit for Classic this summer. So in short, you're going to begin your water form quest chain in Darnassus or Thunderbluff and report to Dendrite Starblaze in Moonglade. You'll receive a quest that requires you to find a bauble in the middle of the lake and then use its ability at a shrine on the west side of Moonglade. Promptly turn in the quest to Tajari, and you'll receive part 2 to this aquatic form quest chain. This is where the Horde and the Alliance split. For the Horde, you're going to need to travel to the Barrens and Tirisful Glades to find both pieces of the missing pendant. The pendant in the Barrens is located in the Sludgefen waters to the northeast on the east side of the pool. Then you'll need to travel to Tirisful Glades and swim along the fatigue line in order to find the second half of the pendant. The Alliance will need to travel to Darkshore and Westfall in order to find their respective halves of the pendants. The first pendant in Darkshore is surrounded by 3 massive rocks that are lodged into the surface of the sea level, and it's patrolled by plenty of Threshodon, so be ready. Once you retrieve the first pendant, head to Westfall, and again, swim along the fatigue line in the Great Sea in order to find the second pendant. There will be an anchor along the reef marking the point where you'll need to swim off into the fatigue zone in order to retrieve the second pendant. This location is absolutely nuts, as people don't necessarily think a quest objective would be found in a fatigue zone, and it's driven thousands of players mad looking for this quest item for literally weeks in the past. Good times. Now once you receive both pendants, return to Dendrite and Moonglade, and then your Druid trainer in either Thunderbluff or Darnassus. Those are the 3 class quests that are essential to your role as a Druid because they teach you your Druid abilities. As for the last class quest at level 50, it just rewards you with some gear that honestly will just be replaced pretty quickly by content in Blackrock Depths and other in-game quests. But let's go over the 4th and final class quest for Druids. This quest chain can be started from a multitude of Druid trainers found in both capital cities and neutral zones around the world at level 50. You'll first be sent to Ungoro Crater, where you'll need to speak with Torwa Pathfinder, who will give you 2 quests in the Ungoro Crater before sending you to the Sunken Temple. After finding Torwa, you'll need to collect 8 Gorishi stings found off of the mobs in the underground tunnel in the south of Ungoro Crater, and you'll also need to collect 10 blood caps, which are found in the blood petal sprouts that are littered across the zone. Return to Torwa with these items and he'll give you the objective of stabbing a Devilsaur with a barb in order to test the strength of the poison that you just created. Of course, it won't be strong enough, so he'll then send you to the depths of the Sunken Temple in order to retrieve a putrid vine from the boss that is summoned by activating statues in a particular order. After completing this quest, you'll be able to choose either a Resto, Boomkin chest piece and stat stick, or a Feral chest piece, which honestly, I think gets replaced pretty quickly by some gear found in Blackrock Depths. The rewards of this class quest are a little underwhelming compared to the rest because in other in-game class quests you're rewarded with trinkets and more valuable items, but nonetheless, the journey's half the fun, right? That's going to conclude the Druid class quest guide. Guys, I just realized as I made this video how uninvested I want to be with these class quests in order to preserve the storyline and the discovery and role-playing element come this summer personally. So I apologize for not elaborating on the storylines and quest objectives. They're actually really neat stories that I intentionally avoided researching and reading quest text, so it makes me wonder how I'm going to format the rest of these class quest guides. Because I'm going to be posting a 1-minute guide to all these videos in order to make them, great references for Classic. So if you just need to know one little piece of information, you won't need to sift through a couple Google searches or a 10-minute guide video in order to figure it out. So I may not invest myself in writing out these scripts and just post them as 1-minute guides. I'd like to hear what you guys think. I think it'd be neat to do a series come Classic of me playing through these quest lines, and then I would elaborate on them, but in the meantime, I'm just not gonna ruin it for myself. I can't. So tell me your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. It's your boy Graysfordays. See you in the next one.